Hello guys and welcome back to the weekly market update. What a banger of a week we had. Loads of trades went our way, almost 1000 pips last week from gold and natural gas alone, plus many other pairs as well, but those two were our main gainers. So I hope all of you had a great trading week, and now I want to get started with you because we are at the opening of the New York session. So let's do a short recap for DXY. Last week I was saying to you guys to wait for a correction here on DXY and then go to with a move towards the upside. For this week, right now as it stands, I'm expecting the price to give us another correction here that could reach this blue level highlighted on the chart, and then I'll be looking for a bullish reaction that will push the price back up, making a new higher high inside this area. So for this week, if you ask me, I'm gonna wait for the price to reach this level here. And then I'm not going to go with the sell, by the way. I'm just going to be looking for my buy setups from this level if I get a reaction. If not, I'm going to leave it to do its job, whatever it does in this area, and focus on something else. So let's move on to Euro USD. For Euro USD last week, I was expecting a consolidation here and one more drop. In fact, my consolidation, the consolidation that I was expecting should have been a bit deeper, somewhere around this level, and then I was expecting a drop. Instead, the price made a small pullback here, then dropped again, broke this low here, made a new lower low inside this area, and right now my guess is that the price is gonna correct here a bit deeper, maybe, and then we're gonna go down one more time to break this low. I don't know if this deep, but I'm expecting when this correction is over, I'm expecting another push towards the downside. So basically, after this is over, I'm gonna look for my bearish reaction, check out the price action, and see if I get a strong impulse towards the downside, followed by a small pullback, and then I'm gonna be looking to go with that trade. If not, I'm gonna stay away. Moving on to pound USD. For pound USD, I was expecting last week, sorry about this, I was expecting last week a consolidation here and reach this fair value gap area. Let me highlight it for you guys. Just a second. Okay, so this is the area that I was expecting it to reach before falling. So as it stands, the price last week reached this level and then dropped. But for this week, I'm still expecting another pullback. Even if this, for now, let's say the next move will be towards the downside and break this low one more time, I'm still expecting a bullish push and then one more drop. So basically, either we break the low and get into a correction, which I'm not going to be interested in it. I'm going to be looking for my sell setups from a higher price. I'm going to look to sell it from a higher level. Either we'll consolidate here, go slow and steady towards this level, and then I'm going to be looking again for my reaction towards the downside. So these are the two scenarios that I'm going to be looking at. So let me put it to you guys like this. So correction and then drop, break this low, but only if we get a reaction. Only if you get a reaction. If you don't get a reaction, don't jump into any stupid trades. Moving on to dollar yen. For dollar yen last week, if you remember, I had two scenarios in play. We were in this level here in this area, and I said that if the price doesn't give you a strong bullish impulse and followed by a correction, then which would if that happens, if that would have happened, then most likely would have gone down a lot and broke this low. I was saying that if we will correct here, then the price will start and go back up. My target was this level here, which was surpassed by the volume and the momentum at that point. And as it stands right now, let me delete the drawings again. And as it stands right now, I'm going to be waiting for the price to break the top one more time, and then I'm going to be looking for a bearish reaction, because on the long term, on the medium term, in fact, UJ looks like it will give us at some point a strong push towards the downside, similar to this move. But this move will only be a pullback. I don't think it will go very low from here. Maybe, I don't know, something similar to this. You know, if you see a move like this, then don't panic and wait for a reaction. But if we break the top today or in the coming days, I'm going to be looking for my sell setups from this level here, and then we're going to update you guys later on next week to see if we got this move or not, or if we are here, hopefully, and we are in some nice profits, and if we should close the trade or not, or look for our buy setups from this level to go back up. But for this week, look for your reaction after it breaks the top and focus on the sell setups. Moving on to Aussie USD. For Aussie USD last week, we were expecting a pullback. This one here. Sorry, not this one. This one here. I was expecting this pullback to occur. Again, we had a nice fair value gap zone that got tested, and from that the price dropped 100 pips or something like that. 107 pips. So our forecast was spot on for this one. In the coming week, I'm expecting the price to give us here some sort of pullback, one more drop, and then we'll update you. So for now, I'm expecting a pullback, but to be honest with you guys, I'm gonna stay away for this week with the Australian dollar versus the US dollar because it's a bit messy. So there are a lot of pairs we can focus on. For example, UJ is a good one to look at, and you'll see also oil will be a nice one to focus on, but we'll talk about it when we get there. So for Australian dollar versus the US dollar, I'm expecting the price, as I was saying, to make a pullback and then one more drop towards a downside and make a new lower low. For USDCAD last week, I was expecting two scenarios, and I said to you guys that it's better to stay away from it because it was doing something messy. First scenario was that if we get here a consolidation, because we were inside this area, if we get here a consolidation, then most likely we'll go for one more move towards the downside. And the second scenario was that if we break this level here, this area, and then we have a pullback, then most likely we'll go down. As it stands right now, to be honest, I'm not that convinced about the second scenario because it's creating a big mess inside this area here, so it's more like a 50-50 trade, and I don't like that. So I will sit down with USDCAD for this week. I'm gonna avoid to trade it. Very messy structure, but most likely I think if this falls down here and makes a consolidation, it will go down again. But I won't put my word on it. So best to stay away from USDCAD this week. Moving on to gold. So for gold, last week I was expecting the price to give us a nice consolidation here, as you can see. And if you remember, I posted an update on our YouTube channel about the gold trade, which at the first time went down like 350 pips or something like that, and then it corrected again and went down for another 300 pips. So we booked like 650 pips on this trade. I was saying that it has the potential to take out this liquidity level, also this liquidity level, and also this one. So 2 out of 3 taken out. Next stop for gold is this level here. I'm expecting the price to climb a bit right now to correct, and from that level, from this fair value gap zone, I'm going to be looking for my my sell setups if I get a reaction. If not, I'm going to leave it do its thing and see if we can find something else on other instruments. And by the way, if you want to check out our previous analysis, feel free to check out our channel and see the analysis from last week to see how our trade setups developed. And you're going to find all these setups that I'm talking about right now and see how they performed. So moving on to silver. For silver, I was expecting, same as gold, I was expecting a consolidation here, but a deeper one, not exactly the one that the market gave us. And then I said that the price will most likely break the low once more. So we broke the low, but we didn't got any setup. Even though this went down, I don't consider this as being a successful setup. Only the direction was good on it, but the correction didn't went that far. So for this week, I'm expecting a reaction towards this level here that I'm showing you guys here. This level here, I'm expecting the price to climb in a messy manner and then go down and break the low again. I don't think it will be like this correction. Something similar to this I'm expecting. So let's wait for our setups and see how the price will develop, and we'll update you later on next week. So if the price gets inside this area, it's okay to look for your sell setup. Moving on to US oil. For US oil, last week I was expecting the price to reach this level here. I was expecting a consolidation first inside this area here, and then another drop before going back up and breaking the top. And unfortunately, this didn't happen. The price didn't correct here and went to this level, so we can look for buy setups. Instead, it decided to go up without breaking the low or breaking the top. So it's a sign that this is a range. This range I'm expecting this week to finish and drop one more time, breaking down here and taking out this low, making a new lower low inside this consolidation. So USOIL this week, wait for this consolidation to finish. This might be the trade of the week for you guys. If this consolidation finish here, so don't hesitate to go with your sell setup, but don't risk big on it. No more than 0.5% on 1% of your account, and always wait for your setup. Don't jump in the trade. So for USOIL this week, keep an eye on the sell. This could be a nice trade for you. Moving on to natural gas. If you remember natural gas, if you remember this level here, this top, I said last week when we were consolidating inside this area here that this will most likely go up in a messy manner and eventually break the top. So far so good. This gave us 250 pips. This was a nice trade. We also covered it on our YouTube channel last week. So as it stands right now, I'm expecting the price to consolidate here, maybe go back down one more and then push towards the upside. So a good area to watch would be this trend line. See if you get a reaction around this trend line. Plus also we have a nice zone here that you might take into consideration. So this confluence between the trend line and the zone could give you a nice reaction. But if you don't get a reaction, let the price do whatever it is doing and focus on something else if you don't get a bullish reaction. Moving on to the stock market, let's start off with S&P. For S&P last week, we were in this area here, and I was expecting the price to make a consolidation and then push it up and take out this top and also this top, these two tops here. And for this week, similar for like I was saying last week, I'm expecting another pullback and then one more break of the top here. So S&P and also all the indexes look bullish in my opinion for the coming week. So let's move on to NASDAQ. For NASDAQ, if you remember, I was saying last week, I think we were, give me a second, we were in this zone. And I was saying that I was expecting another push down, finish this consolidation, and then go back up. And as you can see, the price didn't give me the second leg down that I was expecting it, and didn't reach this zone that I was looking for a reaction, and went off towards the upside without any hesitation and without looking back. So next for NASDAQ, I'm expecting a consolidation here, break of the top, and then we'll see if we get a bearish reaction. But for now, this week, maybe possible today, well, I'm expecting the price to break towards the upside. Moving on to Dow Jones. And this drawing here is from last week's analysis. So I was saying last week that when I think we were in this range here, I was saying that the price will eventually go up and retest this zone. And as it stands right now, nothing is changed. The structure is still the same. We didn't broke this low here, so we are still in the zone, to put it like that. And the next move for Dow Jones, I'm expecting a bullish move towards this level. And if and when we reach this level, again, I'm going to emphasize on wait for your reaction. Don't jump in the sells, because I'm expecting here a push, a small bearish reaction, a consolidation. And if we get that, then probably we'll go to the downside one more, potentially breaking these lows here. But you have to wait for a strong impulse towards the downside, followed by a correction. But we might not get it this week. Maybe this is a trade for next week. This week I'm expecting the price to reach this level here, be a bit bullish, and then we will see what happens. Moving on to the crypto market. Let's start off with Bitcoin. For Bitcoin last week I was expecting the price to range, and it did. Only thing is that I was expecting the range to go a bit higher than it did right now. Instead, the price is still in the middle. Didn't change that much. I was expecting a consolidation similar to this one, something like this, before going back down. And for this week, as it stands, I'm expecting this pullback to finish. go back up, and then drop. And I won't be interested in the sells, neither in the buy towards the sell area. I won't be interested in the buys when the price will reach the $25,000 level, and also if it will give a reaction. If not, I'm gonna let it do its thing, because on the bigger picture I'm very bullish on Bitcoin in the short to mid term, to put it like this. So Bitcoin for me, after this consolidation is over, will go again and break this these tops here. So it will be a nice one to watch. Let me draw the top here. So yeah, wait for the price to reach the 25K level, and then wait for a bullish reaction. Moving on to Ether. Similar to Bitcoin, last week I was expecting Ether to go back up here and then drop. It didn't. The price is ranging right now, making this messy consolidation, expecting it to go back up one more time before dropping. Similar to Bitcoin, I'm waiting for a break of this low, and then I'm going to be looking for my buy setups. Moving on to BNB, which is in a big mess from mid-March, if I remember correctly. And from that moment in time, I was saying to you guys, don't jump in yet on BNB, neither with the sell or the buys, because as long as we are in this area here and the price is moving sideways, there's no need to put pressure on your account. So there's a lot of trades to follow. So I was saying that either you wait for the price to break towards the downside and wait for your bullish reaction to see if you get it to break this top, because also I'm very bullish on BNB and all the cryptos as it stands. Either you wait for a breakout towards the upside and then wait for a consolidation and go with the continuation. So until we get one of these two setups, I'm gonna stay away from it. And as you can see, right now the price is closer to the bottom than it is to the top, so I'm expecting it at least short term to go down, like Bitcoin and Ether as well. Maybe do here a bit of a mess, reach this level, and then drop, and then I'm gonna be looking for my buy setups. If we don't get a bullish reaction and we get the consolidation, then most likely we'll drop one more time. So very important to watch for your reaction when looking to trade. So that should be all for today. Please don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you like our content, and share it with your friends as well. I wish all of you a happy trading week, and see you all next time, and until then, trade with care.